she was just on top of the world, you know, the happiness she had. And they will not let her be happy. They will not let her feel that she have someone like Dodi who can support her, right? And relieve her of all the suffering. It's so difficult. I can't just believe that the animals, you know, how can they do that to me, and how can they do this to the mother of two beautiful kids? I can't just believe it. But I'm sure with God's help, at the end, their punishment is certain, you know.
Dodi was all their nightmares rolled up in one, because as Mohammed always says, you know, he's naturally tanned, he's a Muslim, his father was Mohammed Al-Fayed. Now, from the security services, MI6, which is the secret intelligence service which works overseas, and MI5, which is like the British secret police, Mohammed Al-Fayed was persona non grata. They don't like him.
But enough to kill his son?
Well, you've got to look at it this way. Diana, Princess of Wales, if she'd married Dodi, if they'd had a couple of children, and Dodi was very keen to have children, do you know who the newspapers would be writing about this morning? They'd be writing about Diana and Dodi and their children, what they were doing, where they were going, where they were having their holidays, what the Princess of Wales was saying. If Princess of Wales, if Diana had lived, it would have been impossible for her husband, Prince Charles, to have got married to Camilla Parker Bowles, which he was insistent and determined to do, against the advice of his mother and everybody, because Diana had already proved that she was capable of doing immense damage to the House of Windsor.
According to Mohammed Al-Fayed and many others, Princess Diana and Dodi Al-Fayed were deeply in love, so much so that they were planning an engagement and were even expecting a child together. But Operation Paget found otherwise.
We are certain that the Princess of Wales was not pregnant at the time of her death. Our conclusions were strengthened by forensic tests carried out on blood recovered from the Mercedes car when we brought it back to this country. From the evidence of her close friends and associates, she was not engaged, and she was not about to get engaged.
Was Henri Paul, the driver of Diana and Dodi's car, an informant for the French and British secret services? And did the French commit a crime by embalming the princess shortly after her death? We have much more still ahead about the death of Dodi and Diana. Stay with us. What happened on August 30th, 1997, and in the early hours of Sunday, the 31st? That's when Princess Diana was killed in a Paris car crash. For many, there are unanswered questions about the course of events that night. Many believe the crash was planned. And according to one theory, a strobe light was used to blind the driver of Diana and Dodi's Mercedes.
There is an MI6, former MI6 agent called Tomlinson. He was like the top James Bond of his era. He's now regarded as a renegade agent, but he has come forward and said that when he was in MI6, he saw plans to murder Slobodan Milosevic, the dictator in Serbia, in exactly this way, in Geneva, in a tunnel, using a laser light to disorientate the driver and to kill him in a tunnel in this way.
Following the work done by police collision investigators and other experts, we are confident that any theories concerning flashing lights inside the Alma underpass can be discounted as a cause for that crash.
What about the driver of the car, Henri Paul? Was he working for British and/or French intelligence? Operation Paget found he was not. But some insist that is wrong, that he was a paid spy.